18 to 25-year-olds, your first big failure is like a jammed controller. No matter what you press, nothing moves. But there's a weird little brain hack that works like blowing into the cartridge, and it works in 60 seconds. See, I know how first failure can feel like. I know it is very painful. It takes you in an isolating place. It keeps you isolated. I know how painful that is. I can feel that pain because I have been through the exact same phase that you are in. It keeps you in a place where you don't want to do anything. It's the same like a jammed controller. Literally, no matter how many buttons you're pressing, but it doesn't make you move forward at all because your mental is replaying that same thing over. I mean, your mental is replaying that first failure over and over again. That's why it's making you stay isolated, and that's why it's making you feel that way. It's very painful. I can understand that. It's so painful that you don't feel like doing anything. And that's all right because not just you, I have been through that, and a lot of other people have been through the exact same phase that you are going through right now. So we are in this together. And that pain feeling that you feel like you feel isolated, every midnight you wake up and you just talk to yourself and, you're like, why is this happening to be happening to me? I loved doing that first thing, but it turned out to fail, and that was your first big failure. It hurts. It's isolating you so bad that it's hurting you. It's making your chest feel heavy. It's just making you feel all sort of emotions that you don't want to feel, and that's very painful. I can understand that. I can understand that. So the main thing is I applied neuroscience brain resets that helped me achieve peak motivation and aim even higher in just 24 hours after my first big failure. I was lost as you as well. I didn't know what to do. But then I went across the neuroscience brain resets that changed my life, and that made me achieve peak motivation and aim even higher in just 24 hours after my first big failure. And so that's why I made the 24-hour Phoenix Reset course for 18 to 25-year-olds that guarantees that in just 24 hours, you will achieve peak motivation and aim even higher even after your first big failure. And my whole course is made using neuroscience methods. So the course link is in my description. So I understand how that pain is. And I will give you one tip right now that will help you get out of the pain right now, instantly, and get you back in the present moment. Literally, yes. It will help you get back in that present moment and help you to take action. It will make you stay in that present moment and you will start feeling good. Okay, so that one tip that I'm going to give you right now is called the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 sensory reset. I know it sounds silly. I know it sounds very silly, but I guarantee you that this is going to make you feel amazing. And only if you take action right after this video. And this reset is very short, just 60 seconds. So I'm going to explain it to you right now. So now what I want you to do is right now write down 5 things that you can see. All right. 4 things that you can touch. 3 things that you can hear, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. All right, I will repeat it again. Now, 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. Sounds very simple. Now, what this does is this basically it forces your brain to stay in the present moment, right? It forces your brain to stay in the present moment and it shuts down your mental replay loop, right? So when you're replaying your first big failure and it goes on in your mind, when you do this tip that I'm giving you right now, this will force your brain to stay in the present moment, and this will take you out of that, or it will shut down your mental replay loop. It's very simple. But this is only possible when you do this reset right after this video. And that's the deal. That's the only deal that you can do right now, because every single tip that I give you in my previous videos as well, they're very quick, literally seconds. And I tell this in every single video because they are that quick and they are effective. That's how good they are. And now psychologists use this grounding technique to pull people out of the spirals of anxiety. It literally reboots your attention circuits. So this is how strong this is. So the only way you can achieve to stay in that present moment is when right after this video, you do this tip that I'm giving you, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 sensory reset. And I know it sounds very silly, but this is very, very, very effective. It's only effective if you take action, right? So it's very simple. The goal is simple, is to bring your brain to a present moment where your brain can start staying in the present, stop thinking about the past, because that way when you do this reset, this shuts down your mental replay loop. That loop where your brain keeps replaying failure, your first big failure. And that's why you feel, like you're being isolated. That's why your chest feels heavy. All that anxiety, or just everything that you feel, everything that your first big failure is making you feel, everything your brain is making you feel in particular, the way you feel, how bad you're feeling. So once you do this reset, it will bring your brain onto the path of being in the present moment. And once you're in the present moment, then it becomes easy for your brain to shut down that memory loop and then think about the next step ahead. So that's what your brain does. Your brain is very simple. It responds to how you command it. So when you do this reset, right, you have to write down all of the, I mean, I will tell it again so that you guys can remember. So I want you to clearly write down 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things that you can smell, 1 thing that you can taste, right? And like I said before, just some seconds back or minutes back, that this will force your brain to stay in the present moment, and it will take your brain, or it will shut down that mental replay loop. And like I said before, psychologists literally use this. They use this grounding technique to pull people out of the spirals of anxiety. That's how strong this reset is. Simple yet effective. That's what I would say. There's 3 words if I had to give to this reset: simple yet effective. Right? That's how strong this is. So I want you to do this right now, right after this video, but also being aware. The only way you can stay in the present is by being aware. So while you're doing this, don't just do it for the sake of it. Because once you start doing for the sake of it, you're just going to start, uh, you know, doing it without any uh, reason, right? Without any goal. Our goal, you have to go with the goal of bringing your brain back in the present. And when you have that awareness in your mind, and then you do this sensory reset, the 5 4 3 2 1 sensory reset, weird name, I know, but it's very effective. When that is only possible when you stay in the present and you're aware, right? So when you're aware and you know what you're searching for, that way your brain itself brings back into the present moment, and it starts looking for the answers, right? It starts looking for the answers, and that is when you start staying in the present and your brain starts reacting according to that. Very simple. It's this simple. This is all you have to do. Right after this video, this is all you have to do. It's just going to take 60 seconds of your time. Nothing more, nothing less. 60 seconds with full awareness, full focus. You guide your brain to finding those 5 things. You use your brain to do the 5 4 3 2 1 sensory reset, right? So you do that, and you will see the effect right after the reset. That's how good this is. It's amazing, and it's very simple, right? Psychologists literally use this. So just understand, this will help you to the best of the extent when you do this right after this video. So this is just the first reset move. And so that's why I made the Phoenix Reset, the 24-hour Rise course, specially built for 18 to 25-year-olds, that guarantees that in just 24 hours, you will achieve peak motivation and aim even higher after your first big failure. And my course is made using neuroscience methods purely. So the course link is in my description. This course will help you get unstuck. It has neuroscience brain rapid resets in it that will help you achieve peak motivation and aim even higher after your first big failure. So see, every hour you stay frozen, your momentum meter drains, literally drains. So you need to take actions fast, you need to move fast, and surely you will be on the right path forward. So grab the Phoenix Reset, the 24-hour Rise course. The course link is in my description. And tomorrow you will wake up with peak motivation and aim even higher after your first big failure. And you will feel happy. You will feel like you are in the right direction. So I will see you in the next video, everyone. Make sure you do the tip that I gave you in this video right after I end the video. Make sure you go and do the tip. It's just going to take 60 seconds of your time. That is nothing. Out of 24 hours, just giving 1 minute is nothing, guys. So it's very effective and it will give you great results. So I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care and I love you all. Bye.